Not sure where you're going to stay on your next visit to Europe? Not to worry, I got you covered.
Welcome to Travel Tuesday with Teresa, the ultimate source of wanderlust inspiration. Join the journey led by your host, Teresa Belcher, founder of Honeymoon Islands.
People often ask me, where do I stay when I go to Europe? Well, that's a loaded question, but I have an answer. So I like to blend modern luxury with local culture in the design and the feel. Now, this episode is to show you where my favorite properties are in Europe. Joining me today is the Director of Global Sales for Rocco Forte Hotels, Lisa DePaglia. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, Teresa. Thank you for having me.
Great. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. So Lisa is going to show you some of her exquisite properties through iconic locations throughout Europe that Rocco Forte Hotel offers. But before we do that, this episode may run long. So below the video, I'm going to put a timestamp. So all you have to do is click on the timestamp and that'll take you directly to your preferred hotel or destination that you want to bypass. But me and Lisa prefer that you watch this entire episode. But if you don't have time, I've got the timestamp. So with that said, it's over to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Teresa. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa DePaolo with Rocco Forte Hotels. We have hotels throughout Europe, 14 in total. And I'm just going to run you through where we're located, why the hotels are really special. This is the family. Sir Rocco is at the helm. Rocco Forte is an actual person. We are family owned and operated. So even though we're a brand, we still have those family values at our core. So you have Sir Rocco in the middle. Lady Olga is his partner, and she's the interior designer for all the hotels. And then those are his kids. They take care of business development, our spa called Irene Forte, and then Lydia takes care of all our food and beverage. So just to understand that we are a small company, we pride ourselves on service and food. So when you come to one of our hotels, you're truly like one of the family and you're treated as such. This family is fourth generation hoteliers, which is really nice. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, it wasn't moving. We are throughout Europe, so the UK, Brussels, Germany, and throughout Italy. So we start with Rocco Forte House in Milan. In Milan, we have two properties, Rocco Forte House, which is apartments. So in case you're looking for a pied-à-terre or you don't really need all the amenities of the hotel, you just need an apartment. Maybe you're coming for a week to Milan or you're coming to work. The apartments are really beautiful. We're on Via Manzoni and Via della Spiga. Right down the block, we have the Carlton opening on November 18th. So that will be 71 room hotel, still small, but the rooms are beautiful. So this is what the house looks like. This is your reception area, so where you'll check in. And then these are the apartments, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Some have beautiful outdoor private patio space. Others overlook the garden. And you have other rooms that have these beautiful frescoes on the ceiling in the bedroom and living room. So just a stunning property. Living room, dining room, kitchen, washer, dryer. We can fill it with provisions when you come. We can also bring in a chef to do a private dinner or breakfast or a lunch. So the apartments are really a great option in Milan for somebody that maybe just doesn't want to be in a hotel. There is a gym here, and in the spring and summer, we do open up the roof for cocktails. You can also get down here in the courtyard, you can have Aperol Spritz or wine or champagne. So there's always someone there at the property. So it does run like a hotel, even though it's an apartment. You're never by yourself. The Carlton Hotel opens up in Milan, November 18th, and this is our new look and feel. We're on Via Senato and Via della Spiga. We're between both of these. Via della Spiga, this whole area is your big shopping district of Milan. So this is kind of where you want to be. You can walk to everything. You can walk to the Duomo, which is about a 7 or 8 minute walk away, very close. And we have our winter garden, which is our all-day dining, our fine dining, which is called Spiga. This is open at 5 o'clock at night. And then this is our lounge and kind of bar area. So we'll also have food in here. You can eat in here, have cocktails. What's beautiful about Rocco Forte is that we have our cocktail maestro, and his name is Salvatore Calabrese, and he designs the entire cocktail menu for all our properties, so they're all different. This Milan property is really very Milanese in style, very fashion forward, contemporary. So these are your rooms, quite spacious. We also have suites at all our properties. Every single property has about 15 suites. So if you're coming with your family or you're traveling with a group of people, we can do these really beautiful large suites. All our suites have this gorgeous outdoor patio space, and this overlooks Via della Spigo, which is a pedestrian street. So no cars drive on here, just pedestrians. So it's quieter. Just remember, you are in Milan, you are in a city. And then we have our full Irene Forte spa downstairs. New openings, Palazzo Sirignano in Naples. So just to keep these on your radar, so when you're ready to travel to these destinations, Teresa can tell you all about them. But we have Naples opening. We also have Noto in Sicily called Palazzo Castelluccio. So these are just some properties to get you excited for what's to come in Rocco Forte in the next year. And then Costa Smeralda in Sardinia. Again, all opening in 2027. This is a brand new hotel, and this is what the inside would look like. So just to give you an idea of these properties that are coming to Rocco Forte. So now we go to Rome. Rome, we have 3 properties. We have the Hotel de Russie, which is right next to Villa Borghese Gardens and off Piazza del Popolo. You come down the street, which is called Via Babuino, and you have our Rocco Forte house. We have more apartments in Rome. And then right up the Spanish Steps, we have the Hotel della Ville. So the de Russie is your iconic hotel in Rome. This has been here for many years. We've had this hotel for a very long time. This secret garden used to be part of Villa Borghese, which is really fun. You can have private dinners out here, and it could just be you and your partner or you and a friend, and it's really special. This hotel went through a full renovation, so all your hotel rooms are brand new, hardwood floors, really beautiful furnishings. All our hotels have a sense of place, so you know you're in Rome. You'll see Roman busts, you'll have specific pillows and knickknacks, all these things that are Roman in style, all brand new bathrooms. So this property is totally new as of this past year. We partnered with Acquazzurra, so when you go to visit the property, you have this outdoor bar space. This opens at 5 o'clock, and we open for aperitivo time. So at 5 o'clock, if you're ready for an Aperol Spritz or a wine or anything like that, we're ready for you. And this is when you walk into the secret garden to the left. This is really this stunning enclave. It's super quiet here. So after you're out in Rome, sightseeing and shopping and doing all these things, you come back to this glorious respite. It's really quiet here. It's very serene. And you have these big, beautiful suites. There's a story to every single one of our suites at every one of our properties. Whether the suite person had stayed with us, we have a Picasso suite, we have an Nijinsky suite, they've stayed with us back in the day. So these suites are named after them. Now we move to Hotel della Ville in Rome. So right down the block, this is neoclassical in style, very different look. If you love interior design and you love bold colors, this is perfect for you. Rooms, again, very spacious. You have large suites with that private outdoor patio space and sweeping views of Rome that you can see right here. So at this property, we have one of 3 cafes in the world. This is Cafe Ginori. There's one here at our property. There's one at Bergdorf's in New York, and the other one is in Florence. So if you don't know Cafe Ginori, Ginori is actually Italian ceramics from the 1800s. You could see the ceramics on the left-hand side. The menu here was curated around the dishes. So this is a very different menu than any other menu in our property. So if you go to the Della Ville, make sure you have dinner in here or lunch. It is stunning and it's really special. We have our julep bar. You can sit and have cocktails here. We have our Mosaico restaurant. We have our outdoor restaurant. So you don't have a lack of food, that's for sure. We are an Italian company, so there is food everywhere. There's beautiful service. You really do feel at home at each one of our properties that I've mentioned before. And then you have Cielo Bar. This is our rooftop bar. This is open year round. In the wintertime, if it gets too cold, they will close it, but we do have blankets. There are heat lamps up there, and this is where you want to go for cocktails at night because this is a stunning view of Rome. And then right down the Spanish Steps, across the street is our Forte house. So this is our apartments again. This is only 5 apartments. We're above Tiffany's. You have your own private entrance. There is someone always at the entrance to let the guests in. This is only 5 apartments, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. You have some with outdoor balcony space. These are full apartments. You have no services here. All your services will be taken across at the Della. So similar in style as the Della. It's the same designer. Washer, dryer, living room, dining room. We can bring a chef over. So similar to Milan, but looks like the Della. So just give you an idea of what they look like. Again, a little pied-à-terre in the heart of Rome. And really, this is your big shopping district in Rome. Now we jump on a train and we go over to Florence, to the Hotel Savoy. What's nice is that you can ask Teresa about this. If you'd like to book both cities, we do beautiful combo packages, so we can include train tickets to any of our properties that connect. So we can include train tickets or transfers. Here is the Savoy to the left-hand side. That is the Duomo you're looking at. The Duomo is not part of our property. It is right behind us. You are in the exact center of the city of Florence. You're walking distance to the Mercato Centrale. You're walking distance to the Ponte Vecchio. The Duomo is right behind us. So anything that you're going to see in Florence is within walking distance. Don't need a car, you're right there. If you see that kind of statue right in the center, that depicts the exact center of Florence. You're close to all your sites that you want to see. So if you're coming for Renaissance art, you're right where you need to be. This hotel has also went through a full renovation. Everything here is brand new. This is our brand new restaurant that we just opened up in May. This actually goes out onto the piazza. So in the spring and summer and into the fall, all those doors stay open. This is really beautiful. And we have a brand new cocktail lounge. So this Renaissance style cocktail lounge, so you know you're in Florence. That's your entrance, and then you have all your rooms and suites. So just to give you an idea of what they look like, just the feel. Really beautiful hardwood floors, brand new bathrooms, all your big suites. And then we go over to Masseria, Torre Maizza in Puglia. Puglia is a very untouched area of Italy. I'm going to show you where we are. So you can fly into Bari. There are a few direct flights now from the States. That's really Teresa's place of expertise, not mine, but there are a few that fly direct now to Puglia. But a lot of people will fly into Rome and either drive, which is a little bit long, but if you want to do sightseeing, it's great. They can drive, or you fly into Bari or Brindisi. So you have Bari Airport here, Brindisi here, and we're 40 minutes equidistant between both properties. What's beautiful about Puglia is that you really want to explore this area. This is untouched. You have, if you can see all those little towns around where you see the Rocco Forte, you have Alberobello, you have Ostuni, you have Monopoli, you have all these beautiful areas of Puglia, that's really why you go. The hotel is the icing on the cake, but you really want to go and explore Puglia. This is called the Maldives of Italy. So you have these beautiful blue waters. You have these homes from antiquity. You can actually go into those. And you have these towns that are really untouched. So if you really want to see authentic Italy, it's Puglia. Our property is called Masseria Torre Maizza. Masseria means farmhouse. The farmhouse is from the 16th century. So we are an authentic hotel. We have a pool. We have a beautiful restaurant that used to be the old stables of the Masseria. We sit on olive groves, gardens, and we have a 9-hole golf course. So you can see straight from this photo, you see the horizon in the back, that's the beach. We are a 7-minute shuttle ride to the beach, and we have our own beach club. So this is the style of the Masseria. All the rooms are one level. So it's really convenient, easy to walk around. And some rooms have pools, some rooms have just private patios with gardens. What I love about the rooms with the pools is that when you're out exploring all day, you missed your beach time and you might maybe don't want to go swimming at 5 o'clock when we're opening up the restaurant because you can also eat around the pool. Now you have your own pool just to go swimming, take a dip, relax. And we have 51 rooms here. We have 40 rooms in one building, and we have one whole brand new wing that has 11 suites. All these suites connect, and this is what you're seeing right now is our new building. They all connect. So if you have a family, if you're coming with family or you're coming for friends, you can take over this whole block of rooms if you'd like. You have 4 grand suites, you have 6 junior suites, and you have one big suite, which is our Atria suite. So you can't pick this up and put it in any other city in Italy because these are all Puglian ceramics. All the style of things that you see here are all from local artisans. And that's how it is across the board. You have 4 suites that have pools, the rest have patios, and then you have this whole upstairs space. We have cocktails up here. You can do a private dinner if you'd like. We can really turn this space into anything you'd like. So this is really great for couples traveling together or just couples on their own, or if you have a multi-gen family coming, this is great. You can take over this entire block. We do have 2 big suites. These are the only steps in the whole property. You have your reception here and you have 2 big suites up here, which are 2 bedrooms each. And then we have Lido Bamboo, which is our beach club that opened up last year. So you have full access to the beach club. We have shuttles that go back and forth all day, just a 7-minute shuttle ride to the beach, or you can bike over. We have bikes for you to use, and that is a 15-minute bike ride. Actually, might even be shorter.
Lisa, I have a question.
Yes.
The beach club is seasonal, right? Like April to October, or is
Yeah, so sorry, I should have mentioned this. Thank you, Teresa. The property is opened April to November. So we close for the winter time because it gets too chilly on that side, and it's really more of a spring, summer, fall destination.
got it?
Because you
Thank you.
want to enjoy the beach there. It is white sand beaches and blue water. So really pretty. Thank you for asking that. Now we can fly from Baio Brindisi to Palermo. So here we're in Sicily. Sicily has been on everybody's radar, I think, since White Lotus, but everybody goes to Taormina. There is more to Sicily than Taormina. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a history lesson. So you have Palermo, which is your main city in Sicily. That's where Villa Igiea is. And then we have Verdura Resort, which is near Shaka. So that's just an hour and 15-minute drive down. We do transfers, of course. And here you could do a combo package and do Palermo and Verdura. Noto will be, if you look at this corner in the bottom where it kind of sticks out a little bit, right by Modica will be Noto, and we'll be right in the center of the city when we open Palazzo Castelluccio. So if you come before that, you can come to these 2 properties. If you come after that, you can go to our new property, or it just gives you an excuse to come back. So Villa Igiea and Palermo, why Palermo is so important in the Sicilian culture. I am Sicilian. This is where my parents are from, so it is my culture. Why Palermo is important is because we were ruled by so many different, we were ruled by Greeks, we were ruled by Romans, we were ruled by Arabs, Spaniards. Our language actually comes from Spanish and Arabic, not from Italian. So a lot of our language is very different than Italian. So when you come to Palermo, you want to do some sort of food and culture tour to really understand why you're here. This is an old church that everybody goes to see. It's stunning when you go here. We are right at the marina. So we're on the water, not beach water, but we're on a bluff. And all the rooms face the water, which is stunning. We're 10 minutes to Mondello. So we partner with the beach club in the summer. We are open all year round. What's beautiful about Palermo is that it's temperate. Think Miami. And this is the city. These are all the different things that you can see while you're there. You can also go see an opera and go to the Opera House, which is where I think The Godfather 3 was filmed. And you can go see an opera. You also have Piazza Valena, where you have these four corners that you look at. You have these old churches, and you have the markets. That's really important. So when you go to Palermo, you want to go on a food tour, because here you have all this delicious food that you will not find on the mainland. This is strictly Sicilian. This is called avuceria. When you go to avuceria, they're screaming in Sicilian. They're wanting you to taste their food, to buy their food. You have all these fresh produce. You can have panella sandwiches. You can have cannoli, which is where it comes from Sicily. It comes from Palermo. So when you go there, you want to do this. Avucini and all these little markets throughout Palermo have been there for 700 years. It's like the souks in Morocco. So you have a lot of Arabic influences. Palermo is a really cool city to visit. Walk around at night, go to dinner, and then you have your respite of Villa Igiea. So Villa Igiea is from 1903. The Florio family built it. There's a show on Hulu called Lions of Sicily. If you really want to immerse yourself in the Florio family and Sicilian culture, they're like the Rockefellers of Sicily. And the reason why we have canned tuna is because of this family. So there's lots of history there. Anyway, these are your rooms, really beautiful. This is your second lead-in category. I love these rooms because they have these balcony doors, floor to ceiling, that open up, and you're looking at the water and the sunrise. Honestly, this place is one of my favorite hotels. You have your big suites, you have the Donna Franca suite, you have the Florio suite, you have all this gorgeous outdoor patio space on the big suites, and you have balconies on your kind of third level up rooms. This property is stunning. It's the only 5-star in Palermo. It is really special. We're right outside the town. We have shuttles that go back and forth into Palermo, 7 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. You're in the center of town, and they go back and forth. We have a full restaurant. We have a full bar. White Lotus was actually shot here. One of the scenes, that fresco is from 1903. The property is gorgeous. And your service here, all the workers are actually Sicilian. So you really have that Sicilian hospitality when you come down here. The restaurant and the bar all walk out onto this outdoor patio space. We have our lounge. We have a full restaurant out here. And again, temperate, think Miami. This is open year round. So if you want to go and see Greek ruins, just so you know, another fun fact, Greece has more Greek ruins than Greece does. Sorry, Sicily has more Greek ruins than Greece does. I don't know if I said that right the first time. So if you're coming here to see Greek ruins, it's so great to come in the fall or our winter if you're on the East Coast, because it's temperate and there's no crowds and you can see everything and really have a special experience. We have a full pool. We have a full spa here, and Palermo is just really special. Now we take a shuttle and go an hour and 15 minutes down to Verdura Resort. Verdura is the only resort in Sicily and the only resort in our collection. This is open again, March to November. This part of Sicily gets very, very cold in the winter. All these winds come up from Africa and it's freezing. I was there in November last year and I understood why we were closed. But this is a stunning property. So you have your resort there on the right-hand side, 3 professional golf courses, kind of in the middle of the resort. And to the left are private villas, 3 and 4 bedrooms. Greek ruins, we're 40 minutes from Sorry, we're 40 minutes from Agrigento, from the Valley of the Temples. We're 10 and 15 minutes from Selinunte and Segesta. We can do private dinners in Agrigento. You can go see the salt flats of Turkey. You can go to Shaka, which is this little fishing village right outside the resort. So there's lots of things to do on property as well as off. We could do go-kart racing, horseback riding. You can do hiking and biking. You have golfing. You have a full spa. This property went through a full renovation this past year. We opened for the season in March, brand new. We also have 8 restaurants. We have 5 bars. You're definitely not going to go hungry here. This is our new Scirocco bar. Sorry, Nagori is our sushi and Sicilian restaurant. They tested it out on us last year and it's actually delicious. It sounds odd, but it really works. We have a pizzeria and all Sicilian food. We have amare, which is all seafood. We have casual dining, more fine dining. So there's so many restaurants and bars. This is our clubhouse at the golf course, which is really beautiful. And then you have a kids club. So anybody coming with families, you have a full kids club. We also have family suites, which is great for anybody with children. This is really robust. You have full programming for families, cooking classes. And then these are the rooms. The rooms are really comfortable. They're quite spacious. They overlook the water. So you're either sitting right on the golf course or you're up overlooking the water. And this is the look and feel. These had a renovation last year. And for next summer, we're going to go through a full renovation for half the resort. So we'll have a little bit of a different look and feel. But the rooms are beautiful. Some of them have these beautiful pools. You're on white sand beaches and blue water. Just know the west coast of Sicily, most of it is white sand and this crystal blue water. The east coast is rocky beaches and dark sand because it's volcanic on that side because you have Etna. They're both beautiful. They're both different. And I say, if you're going to Sicily, do all of Sicily. Don't just go to Taormina and leave because it's such a disservice because each side of Sicily and even north and south is just very different. And then you have your full spa. So here we have 12 treatment rooms, 3 thalassotherapy pools. The whole property sits on olive groves. We make our own olive oil. We have a full farm here, so all your ingredients are coming from the farm, which is beautiful. And then you have the other side of the resort, which is our private villas, 4 and 5 bedroom, all ensuite villas. If you have a family traveling together, multi-gen, or you have couples, there's 3 couples traveling together. This property, this villa is stunning. We can bring in a chef. We do a beautiful aperitivo when you arrive. So you'll have all these beautiful bites and Aperol spritz ready for you and some champagne and some rosé when you arrive. These are fully private. You can see they're removed from the resort. Every villa gets 2 golf carts and you can go back and forth to the resort. You have full use of all the amenities. These are all en suite. So 3 and 4 bedrooms, fully private. And you can see, let me go back a second. You can see you're just across, it's about a 5-minute golf cart ride across to the resort or to the golf course. So you're right there, beautiful views of the ocean, and the sunsets here are gorgeous. Now we leave Italy and we go to the Balmoral in Edinburgh. So we are the iconic building in Edinburgh when you're coming to visit. We are with that clock tower. This used to be the old train station. The train station is still below us. You do not hear anything. You don't feel rumbling. So if you're going to take the train from England or anywhere from there, it's perfect. It comes in right underneath us. The bellman will come down, help you with your bags, and you'll come up. That's the Drake Monument. And then we have 3 restaurants here. We have Princess Street, which is our brasserie, opened up all day. We have afternoon tea. This is a do not miss if you're going to the Balmoral. Afternoon tea here is exquisite. Honestly, give yourself about an hour and a half and it's beautiful. You have a harpist that plays. Actually, it reminds me of Bridgerton because she plays all modern music, but on the harp. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, I know this song. So it's very cool. Michelin star restaurant downstairs called Number One. So our address is Number One Princess Street. So you have Number One restaurant and Princess Street restaurant. You can do a private dining. This is for 8 people. You can do a private wine tasting. Our wine cellar is robust. With just a vast list of wines. If you're a, if you're a foodie, this property is great. And then we have our whiskey bar. Our whiskey bar is right off the lobby. And here we have one bottle of scotch from every, or 1+ bottle of scotch from every distillery in Scotland. They will do a tasting. Even if you're not a whiskey drinker, they will find something that you love. I loved 3 out of 3 because I told them I'm a bourbon drinker. So they chose things that they knew I would like. So this is a really great experience. Even if you're not a whiskey drinker, it really is just nice. God, they have a plethora of knowledge. So this is a great activity while you're there.
Lisa,
Um,
I'm gonna jump in here. I
yeah.
booked a group of people going to Scotland for the Outlander tour. They wanted to do everything
Great.
Outlander. And we
Yeah.
stopped at this whiskey bar, and some people asked for Sassenach, which is one of the actors' brand of
Mm.
whiskey, and they had it. And it really made the group come alive when they found Sassenach whiskey there.
I love that story.
Yeah.
There's always great stories like that that we love to hear. And when you go into the whiskey bar, I'm going to go back a second. When you come, this is it's a small space. It's funny. I never understood why we show this until I went there. And I'm like, okay, it's small. And this is pretty iconic. When you walk in, before you walk in the door, on the right and left-hand side, there are lockers with whiskeys in there. So people that come and visit us, they have their whiskey bottle in there and we'll unlock it and give them whiskey in the bar when they come. So you can have your own bottle and have it there at the Balmoral with a lock and key. So when you come and visit us, you can have your own whiskey bottle. It's very cool. Full spa. We just redid the whole spa. This was redone this past May. So it looks a lot like Sicily. It looks very Italian in style. 5 treatment rooms, a brand new pool, hot and dry, wet and dry sauna, and then you have your gym. So Rocco is very athletic, so you'll find a gym at all our properties. Most of our properties have pools, which is because he's a big swimmer and he's a golfer. So if he could put a golf course everywhere, he would. But just at the moment, Puglia at Masseria, Torre, Maizza, and Verdura. But there's always something athletic. The rooms are spacious. They're very Scottish in style, but not overdone with tons of tartan. You will see little pieces here and there. This property is dreamy. Every room overlooks the city, the Drake Monument, the castle that you can see there on the left-hand side. There's lots to do in Edinburgh. Really, there's just a ton. We have these gorgeous big suites. This can connect to 2 rooms on either side, so this could be a 3-bedroom suite. Just beautiful. J.K. Rowling finished the 7th Harry Potter book here. So this is the J.K. Rowling suite. Housekeeping set came in and told the GM, so the guest who was staying here for 6 months defaced the bust. So they turn it over and they see she signed it. So we asked if we could make this J.K. Rowling suite with little nods to Harry Potter. So the knocker on this suite is actually an owl. So for any Harry Potter fans, this is really fun. You could do a whole Harry Potter tour while you're in Scotland because most of it takes place there anyway. Just to go back a second, I want to give you a fun fact here too. So fun fact is the big clock tower, that is where the BBC, that's what the BBC uses for New Year's Eve. The clock is always set 3 minutes fast. It's said so that you could linger longer with your loved one at the train station below. But on New Year's Eve, it is turned back so that everybody rings in the new year together. And then after the new year, it goes back to being 3 minutes ahead. So just a fun fact there. So that's Scotland. Now we jump on the train, take the train to London, and we go to Brown's Hotel. Brown's Hotel is really special. We're in the heart of Mayfair. This is where all your antiquing, shopping, big shopping district here. Great to walk to everywhere. Honestly, I walked for hours. It's kind of like being in New York City. You can kind of walk everywhere. This is your center that you really can go north, south, east, west. You're in the heart of London. It's really the best address. Brown's is the first hotel in London. Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call here from England, was here at Brown's. Rudyard Kipling wrote the Jungle Book here. We also have Teddy Roosevelt honeymooned here. This property is steeped in tons and tons of history. We actually have a book on all the history of Brown's. Brown's is named after James Brown, not the singer, but was the valet to the gentleman that owned the townhouse here. So once he took it over, he bought all the townhouses. So Brown's is actually 11 townhouses in one. When you walk in, you're going to feel this buzz and this energy. You're in London. You're in a city. It's not touristy. It's filled with lots of Londoners. You have some royalty that we see here. You have lots of socialites, just like Londoners. So you have Charlie's that's to the left, which is our brasserie. It's our British brasserie. And then you have to the right Donovan Bar, which is after Terence Donovan, who's a black and white photographer. Here you have an amazing cocktail menu. I really have to say that for every property, but I really love Donovan Bar. Wednesdays and Thursdays, when you don't know what to do at night, we actually have jazz. We have jazz in our drawing room. This is where we also do afternoon tea, and then we turn it into jazz night. This has a specific cocktail menu and food menu. This changes seasonally, and this is Wednesdays and Thursdays. This hotel went through a full renovation, brand new this year. This is your reception area. So after you walk through, you walk down the corridor, you come into this room, and this is your reception. I used to like to just sit in here because it's really pretty. And then these are your rooms. They're cozy, they're beautiful, they're very British in style and contemporary. So if you're looking for a comfortable place to stay, Brown's is it. Your service here is exceptional. The managing director, Richard Cook, who's here, you'd meet him when you go. He actually is the one that created the whole suite program. He is a stickler for service and for things being just so. So Brown's is really special. I love this property. And we have all our big suites. So this is, we partnered with Paul Smith, the designer, and that's actually his desk and chair from his own home, and a lot of that artwork is his own. And then these furnishings was from his own collection. So he partnered with Lady Olga, and they created this beautiful suite. We have 3 brand new suites that we just opened, 2 bedrooms. So we have the Clementi suite. This is after Muzio Clemente, who lived in Mayfair. So this is a 2-bedroom. So you can see here, 1 bedroom connects to a 2nd bedroom. And then we have the Nightingale suite, which is from the song A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. So this is also a 2-bedroom suite. These are over 1,000 square feet. They're really spacious. You have a whole living room area, dining area, walk-in closet, whole vestibule when you walk in. They're stunning. That's all new. And then you have the Clara Dow suite. Clara Dow was an opera singer from 1909, if I'm not mistaken. And she actually stayed at, she had stayed at Brown's during her time as an opera singer in Mayfair. And this is your style here. So just beautiful, very British in style. These are your big suites, Dover suite, Brown suite. You have your Rudyard Kipling suite. And now we jump on the train from London to Brussels. A lot of people ask, oh, where can I go on the train from London? A lot of people go to Paris, but if you've been to Paris already, why don't you go to Brussels and you can really kind of roam around Belgium? So go to Brussels, 2-3 nights max. You're going here for the Grand Place. You're going here for waffles and chocolate and beer and sweets. And that's kind of what Brussels is. But we are Hotel Amigo. And you see where we're located, and right down this street is the Grand Place. That's what you're looking at. So you can't have a better location. You walk out the door, it smells like chocolate and waffles and French fries. It's really unbelievable. I really love Brussels. This is a great alternative to Paris if you've been already. You can jump right on the train. Here we have the Magritte bar. We commissioned all the artwork from the Magritte family, all his older work here at this bar. This also serves Belgian food and amazing cocktails all around Magritte's life. And then we have Bocconi restaurant. This serves Italian food. And the rooms are really spacious. You have a lot of space here. Again, just a great location. You have your Tintin suite in case you have anybody with little ones coming. And we partnered with Diane von Furstenberg because she was being honored in Belgium with an award. And we partnered with her and created this whole very fashion-forward DVF suite. Now we fly to Munich to the Charles. This is great. We have availability for festive across the board everywhere. So if anybody is coming for the holidays, you have great Christmas markets here, right within walking distance of the hotel. So if you take the train up, if you're coming from Berlin or another city in Germany, we're a 5-minute walk from the train station. Come in by train. The GM will greet you. The staff will come and grab your bags, and it's just a 5-minute walk to the hotel. What's beautiful about this property is that we overlook the botanical gardens. So all our rooms overlook either our courtyard or stunning views of the city and the gardens. We have no obstructions. So there's one view. So really beautiful. This hotel went through a full renovation in the past year. Beautiful floor-to-ceiling windows. These all open up. You have Juliet balconies. You have some that have full balconies. So just to give you an idea of what the rooms look like. And you also have penthouse suites and, smaller suites here as well. Florio restaurant. This is Italian. And here you have all this beautiful light coming in. And in the summer, all those doors open and we do a pop-up restaurant with a specialty chef that's usually famous in Europe. And they'll come and do a pop-up restaurant for the summer. But we are close to all the Christmas markets. And you're about a 5 to 10-minute walk to the city center of Munich. This May, we opened up our champagne bar. You can get cocktails in here too. This is right in the lobby. It opens up at 5 p.m. So you have floor-to-ceiling curtains. Those open up at 5, and you have this beautiful round bar. So you can have cocktails in here. And then you have our bar and lounge that's open all day long. We have a small menu in here for bites and nibbles, and then you have our bar for cocktails and anything that you'd like. But Munich is a great city. It's Bavaria, so it's very different than Berlin. And this is a great gateway also to other cities in Europe and also Africa. So if you happen to be going to Africa, Munich is a great little stopover because you have a lot of lift to Africa from Munich. And then we have our full Irene Forte spa here too. I love this spa. They have these heated beds that you lay on. I was taking a nap. It was glorious. I love this spa. Dry and wet sauna here, full pool, 5 treatment rooms. And that's everything.
Thank you, Lisa. You did a great job. You actually proved my point. In the beginning, I said I like to blend modern luxury with the local culture and the design, and each and every one of your properties does that and hits it on the nail on the head. It's so perfect. And you proved my point. It's hard to explain to people where I like to stay. They have to see it. And that's
Right.
what this episode is all about. And to drive home your point about Munich, United Airlines goes everywhere in Europe, basically. And they have a lot of connections through Frankfurt or Munich. So people going to other places around the world can stop over in Munich and stay and see your Munich property and the city, of course. So
Yeah.
you
And
did a
what's
great,
nice is, sorry,
yeah.
to cut you off. What's nice is that Rocco Forte is, I like to call it approachable luxury. It's quiet luxury. You can walk around in jeans and sneakers, or you can be in a suit and tie. It's whatever you want it to be. It's not stuffy. It's comfortable. It's very rare that you'll see Sir Rocco in a tie because he wants to be casual. He wants people to feel comfortable, and he wants people to feel comfortable in his hotels. And if you do come to the hotels, you'll probably see him roaming around in Rome or in Browns. So he's usually in one of these places or Milan. But we look forward to welcoming you.
Awesome. Well, if anyone is interested in going to Europe, please reach out to me. I'm Teresa Belcher, and I will leave my contact information below this video and at the end. So until next time, if you can dream it, we will create it. Bye. Bye, Lisa. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Stay tuned for more episodes that will unveil new horizons and immerse you in the beauty of global discovery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, if you can dream it, we will create it.